people attending the meeting tonight. First ever race recovery. All right, we'll go ahead and read our support group meeting guidelines. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery support group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery support group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Please turn off cell phones or ringers to vibrate. Please only one person speaking at a time. Please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. If you need proof of attendance, boxes out in the hallway, put in the green box, we'll get them stamped for you. Honesty is required, so feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol or drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability, to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all those who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive to others. 1 hour we're in here, so let's try to keep it in, right? Smoking or vaping should be done far away from the doors, especially when it's raining. I know people tend to like to shift closer to the door so they don't get wet. Keep it away or quit, okay? And please throw all trash in garbage cans and do not litter on the premises. Who has our guidelines?
I got the guidelines.
Mr. Herman.
Must be my day for the guidelines because just an hour and a half ago I was asked to read them at the spiritual. Sorry about that. The guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines are: number 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4, defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you, Jeff. All right, this time we'll go ahead and do our introductions. Please state your name and why you decided to join us tonight.
My name is Joe. I came here tonight mostly to make faces at Kai because he's been staring at me. No, I come here to remain teachable, and there's no better way to spend a Thursday night than with all you wonderful people.
I'm Jennifer. I come because we found our second family here.
I'm here. Oh, okay. My name's Dustin. I'm here with my first family to see my second family.
I'm Desi. I'm here tonight because I'm kind of running on fumes lately. I'm celebrating 2 years of sobriety in 2 days, and the last few months I've really been focused on my 9-year-old daughter. The effects of my addiction are just starting to surface. And so we've had a stressful couple of months, but things are really turning around and getting better, and it's just time to fill up my tank again.
2 years and 2 days?
I'm Kelly, I'm here to support my son in his recovery.
I'm Anna. I'm here just because I choose to be here with you.
I'm Calvin. I was actually court-ordered to come here, but just trying to see how it goes.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I was also court-ordered to come. That was my last meeting with you guys.
Doesn't have to be.
Oh, I need to be at home. I take a beating sitting here. But I come as long as I can, my job allows me not to, when I don't have to work late, I come out. And I'm not here that because I'm at work.
I'm Bobby. I'm here because it's a good place to be.
I'm Joe. I'm here for motivation and support.
I'm Julie. I'm here to support my son.
I'm Charles. I come to support in the room and then afterwards.
Jason, I'm here because they let me.
I'm Matt, and I'm here for the connectivity with everybody and to remain accountable to my friends and family here in this room and for my friends and family outside of this room.
I'm Andy, and I keep coming here because this is where I got sober, and Racing for Recovery helps keep my life on the right track.
Hi. So I'm Cindy. So I've been thinking all afternoon what I'm going to say tonight, and you know what? It just feels so damn good to be tired in a good way, and I'm so grateful for that. Because of you. And hi, Mom.
I'll stay. I'm Bobby. I come to Racing for Recovery because it's helping me change my life every day. And if I continue to grow, then happiness is inevitable.
I'm Adam. I'm here to listen and learn.
I'm Lance. I'm here for support in a new way of life.
I'm Deborah, and I'm Lance's girlfriend, here to support him in his recovery.
I'm Tom. I'm here for support and continue to grow in the right direction.
I'm Desiree, and I'm here to learn.
I'm Sarah, and I'm here to stay on the right track.
I'm Terry. I'm here for inspiration.
I'm Andrea, and I'm here to learn how to stay sober. I'm Tiffany, and I'm here to give and get support.
My name's Courtney, and I'm here for the Awesome Friendships.
My name's Kyle. I'm here for the love and support.
My name's Kelly, and I'm here because I have met, I continue to meet, and I look forward to meeting more amazing people through this program.
I'm Ashley. I've had a pretty crazy, exhausting week this week, and it just feels good to come here and be able to kind of just relax and take in all the positivity.
I'm Deanna, and I'm here because this is where the good stuff is, and I still need a lot of work.
I'm Janet, and I'm here to support my son Stephen, and I also want to say how amazing Cindy's dinner was tonight.
Thank you.
Stephen Davis. I'm most definitely an alcoholic. That's why I'm here.
My name's Eli. I'm here to be inspired by my peers.
I'm Bobby Joe. I'm here to remain in my sobriety.
I'm Jalen, and I'm here to learn a new way of life.
I'm Scott. I'm trying to change my life in a positive way, and I need to be here.
My name's Frank. I'm here, and the first thing I want to do is I want to thank Racing for Recovery for all they've been doing for me and what they still do for me.
I'm Justin. I come here so I don't become complacent.
I'm DJ. I'm here to listen. I'm Jeremy. I'm here to live.
My name is Daryl. I come for the positivity. I stay because of the family aspect. And if it wasn't for this place, I wouldn't be celebrating 4 months today.
stay sober and keep learning.
I'm Dave, I'm here for the positive support as always.
I'm Nick, I'm here to learn.
I'm Roger, I'm here to learn.
I'm Larry, I'm here because I love the meeting and I like being amongst my peers.
Steve, I come here to stay in there.
I'm Dave, I'm here to support my son Steve.
I'm Craig, and I come here for the inspiration, like, man, Daryl's 4 months clean. I just love hearing that stuff, man. It just fills up your tank, like she said, you know.
My name is Cheryl, I'm here to support my son, Troy.
I'm Troy. I'm here to better my life and because I want to ease my mom's mind. I see her hurt and how much she worries me. I said it earlier today. I feel like I'm slowly watching her age in front of my eyes from all the hurt and pain that I've caused her. And I want to eventually take that hurt and pain away from her and ease her mind and be able to focus on herself instead of being so worried about me all the time. And I love this place.
My name is James, I'm here for change.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeremy Danielski. I choose to be here to absorb the therapeutic components I feel like Racing for Recovery offers.
I'm Emily, and I know we all know that hurt people, but I'm here because healing people heal people.
My name is Quentin, and this is where this meeting helped me create the recovery program that worked for me. I couldn't really find that in any other program. So.
I'm Pat. I'm here for positivity, see old friends, new friends, and to support and help anyone that needs it.
I'm Rachel, and I'm hoping not to get distracted by the baby. But no, I came here for the positivity.
My name is Bill, and I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody else in this room. And I am just proud and grateful for this program.
My name's Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody in the room and just to continue to learn.
My name's Rick. I'm here in memory of my son Jacob to support and experience all the goodness that comes along with this program and the people and the experiences. It was such a great turnout this weekend at the marathon, really amazing, and it was really fun to be around everybody.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here because this is where I learned that using is a choice. And I was told I didn't ever have to use drugs or alcohol again. I'm also here because I value my life.
I'm Rachel. I'm just extremely proud of my dad. If he wouldn't have made that choice over 5 years ago, I wouldn't have the gift to be able to meet everyone here and actually be an employee here, which, you know, it's pretty amazing. I'm blessed every day, and I'm just inspired by each and every one of you.
I'm Darnell, and I'm here because I refuse to be a statistic, and this is where the good Lord wants me to be.
I'm Tara. I'm here to get support, and I'm continuing to stay here because for the first time in years, my dad explained how proud he is of me. That meant a lot to me.
I'm Mike. I'm here because it's the start of the process, the healing process of recovering, becoming the best person I can be.
And isn't it your birthday?
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna sing
Traditional,
now.
right? You gotta sing to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Starts it off random?
Yeah, sure.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ryan. Happy birthday to you.
48.
Right.
Supposed to sing on a day with her.
I'm also Mike. It's not my birthday today. My day will come.
I love being here. It's amazing. I always think about what I'm going to say. I just want to say like I love being here, and it's not only saving my life, but it's showing me a better way to live.
I'm Mike. I'm here for the positivity and peer support. And I also want to say happy birthday to my best friend, roommate, Mike.
My name's Michelle, and I'm here to support my son, Mike.
My name's Mary, and I'm here to support my grandson, Mike.
I'm George, and I'm here to help my son however I can.
I'm Tyler. I'm here to check out Racing for Recovery and maintain my sobriety.
I'm Debbie, and I'm here to support my son, Tyler.
I'm Drew. I'm here because I don't want to be anywhere else, and this place is giving me the tools to like take back my life.
Emily, I'm here to continue to grow in my sobriety.
I'm Chris, and I'm here to support whoever needs support in the room.
I'm Jeff, and I'm here for support.
I'm Angela. I'm here to learn.
I'm Nikki. I'm here to support my daughter, Angela.
Oh, me. Oh, sorry.
Good.
Hi, I'm Penny. I'm Bobby's mom. I'm here to support my son in his new journey, and I'm really proud of him so far. And I'm here to give anybody else support that needs it.
I'm Diane, Jordan's mom. I don't know where he went. I think he slipped out, but I think he tricked me because he told me he's going to be here tonight. I'm here to support everybody. It's a wonderful program.
I'm Donna, and I was invited by Sue Herman to support my dad, brother Jeff.
Oh,
And it's Donna's first time.
Awesome.
And I'm Susan, and I'm here because I just love all y'all.
Hi, my name's Teresa, and I'm here because I need to be loved and I need to give love. So that's why I'm here.
Hi, I'm Noella. I'm here because I'm doing recovery. I'm trying to stay clean and sober, and I'm hoping to join this family.
I'm Jake. I keep coming back because I say it every week, but I love this place. But also the conversations I have with all of you guys really inspire me each and every day. Oh yeah, that's it.
I'm Denise. I'm Jacob's mom. I'm here to give and get support.
I'm Rob. I'm Andy's dad, here to support you.
Yep.
I feel strange because I'm sitting on the wrong side of the church today. I am here. We lost our daughter in August of 2017 to an overdose. And this place helped put back the pieces and helped me understand what she was going through and just made things okay. And you've taught me a lot of lessons that I can use in my normal everyday life, and when things at work get really stressful, I draw on the conversations that I had with people here and the lessons that are taught and the guidelines. So, thank you.
I'm Bruce. Came tonight for one reason. I'd like to find out if it was somebody from this group that said hi to me when I was running the 5K. I didn't get a good look at it.
You couldn't see me?
But I'm here to support everyone in this great group and to learn. And I'll say that a few people tonight have said they're court ordered. I really wish our daughter would have been court ordered to come here, because she never had the opportunity to come to a meeting here, and I think if she would have, it could have saved her life.
I'm John. I am here to try and become the best possible version of myself.
I'm Candace, and I am here for the encouragement that I get from my peers.
I'm Jeff, and I'm here because the love and the support that I get through all you people, I really am beginning to believe in myself again. That's why I'm here.
I'm Heather, and I come here to make sure that my daughters have their mom for the rest of their life, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this.
I'm Josh. I came here to make a total lifestyle change and attain long-term sobriety. I can feel myself growing. I'm going to continue to grow by being involved in this program.
My name's Dustin. I'm here to support Chrissy, and I don't think if it was for this program, we'd be together, so it saved our relationship. And it also saved her, too, for being here today.
I'm Chrissy. I'm here to learn and support.
I'm Sharon. I'm Brittany's mom, and I'm here to support her and thank you for giving her back to us.
She did it. I'm Myron. I'm Brittany's dad. I'm here to support her and all the rest of the girls that live with her, and I've helped her out here.
I'm Brittany, and I am here to find out who I want to become and have fun doing it.
I'm Peg, and I'm here to support my son, Michael.
I'm Mike, and I'm here to better my life.
I'm Kurt, and I come here because every meeting I come to, I learn something new. See everybody back there?
I'm Randall. I come to these meetings because I always learn something great, something new, and it always makes me think on how I can further myself in that aspect of my recovery. So I keep coming back.
I'm Todd, and just proud to be a part of this program, and just overwhelmed with the amazing stories of overcoming that you get to see in action every single day. It's very inspiring. The answer, you got Frank.
The Answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Sure. You're welcome. A couple quick things, announcement-wise. Thank you to everyone that came out to help at the Glass City Marathon on Sunday. Congratulations to everybody that ran the half, the full, the relay, or the 5K on Saturday, or the kids run. And thank you to everybody that came out to help at the expo. Appreciate that too. It was a good weekend. Weather was nice. Had some fun. Darnell, love seeing you out there, man. You got people going. That was great. It's amazing how important that support is for people, and to see somebody coming down, that road that we were on, looking like they're struggling and really, grinding to get through it, and the excitement and everything that everybody brought to that, and seeing their, struggles turn into smiles and keep going, pushing forward. So again, I've never done a marathon, but I can only imagine at that point, mile 15, that's probably a pretty big pick-me-up. So again, thank you to everybody who's out there helping. Truly appreciate that. Sign up for our 5K, 10K. Continues to grow. Over 310 people in it already for this coming year. I think that was the only announcements I had offhand. Susan, do you have your hand up?
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to say, in the introductions, I promised Donald D. Carr last Thursday, the poem that Frank just read by Donald D. Carr, which is amazing. I can't read it because it makes me bawl my eyes out. But he couldn't make it tonight because he's in Florida, and he just wanted me to tell you guys that. And I promised him that I would say that. And he didn't want you guys to think he was out monkeying around. He's in Florida.
Thank you. I had something that kind of hit me tonight in another meeting that I had the privilege to be part of, which was very good to be in there. Hearing someone talk, and as we all know, this is a live stream, right? So this is going out to everybody out there in the world. And the statement that hit me in there, which was somebody stated they saw whatever it was, a status update or a message or something with the live stream, and they thought, I'm going to come back because I see somebody else there. And that power of making our choice and having that ownership and accountability in the choices we've made to do the right thing and how that impacts somebody else, that never ceases to amaze me, because that equals, as it was stated in there, a better way of life for everybody. And that's out there for everybody. So I would like to talk a little bit about that tonight, how our ability to put a face to the choices we made over time, not who we are, but those struggles that we've had and the bad choices made, but the ability to overcome those, how those in turn then are helping other people in addition to ourselves. Kai. Cindy.
All right, I gotta get this off my chest, because we've been talking about it all week, and, so you know how you go through different programs, and even here, we all be sitting around talking, you know, like, to get all nervous about, what are we gonna do when we get in the real world? You know, we're learning tools, we got our toolbox, but you know what? It was driving me crazy, and I just had to interrupt an IOP, and a good peer of ours was talking about that, and he was stressing, and I'm like, you know what? This is our real world. We are building our real world. Where else can you go that we've built these peer relationships and mentors that in 5 years and 10 years, you know, this is going to be my world. And we'll be able to walk in them doors on a bad day when we went shopping and we were just upset. We could just drive here and come in here and have, you know, a hug if we need it or whatever. So I'm very proud of this real world. This is it. This is what we got. And it's just beautiful. And I wish we could go through this different, you know, just, I don't want to just bottle this up and sell it or something, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'll make a sauce out of it. But I've been thinking about that all week, and it's so fascinating. I mean, it's funny how you hear things, and you think you've got so much knowledge and so many tools, and bam, you know, it's every day, and it's just amazing. So that's all I got.
Jeremy.
I like that topic. I think first it kind of relates to like having integrity. I think that's probably a good way to define it. Integrity, one in your sobriety, and then more directly, if you reference this organization, being an ambassador for what Racing for Recovery is. It was brought up last night about, we kind of talked about this in last night's group. You know, there was two guys that shared. Mike was one of them, and then I can't remember their guy's name, but they said people came up to them and they're like, they saw the way they were moving and how it inspired them. And I think that's really important to like verbalize that, because the dynamic of that, especially when I hear it, keeps my sobriety in check. Because like I brought up a couple times this week, I feel like sobriety can be a fallacy sometimes if you don't consciously make the daily effort. So when I hear stuff like people are inspired just by seeing the way you're doing what you're doing, that inspires me. It has a perpetual effect. And then I also heard a lot of people saying I'm court ordered. The gentleman over here said he wished his daughter was court ordered. I'm doing this for the first time without being court ordered. But when he said he wished his daughter was court ordered, that kind of like, I don't know, like synapses in my brain clicked a little bit. I never thought of that. Like being court ordered, as much as I hated it, did keep me alive for 10 years, like, you know, fundamentally, I guess. But don't let it discourage you. I know you have like an autocratic aspect to it, but this organization, the fundamentals of what Racing for Recovery is, if I speak autonomously, are very therapeutic if you allow them to be. Don't let that corner, obviously someone a little higher up than you thought you should be here, and I think that's important to recognize that and not walk around like it's a scarlet letter or anything. So I guess that's all.
Thank you.
So, on the topic of being court ordered, I was court ordered here, but I happened to actually buy into the whole program. And, you know, whoever else is court ordered, you said you're court ordered, man. I hope you end up buying into it, and I hope you want your sobriety. I know I do. I know it's still a struggle sometimes. And I know that once I get out of here, or if I ever get out of here, I'll be strong. And I just can't wait to, every day coming here, I can't wait to be around these people and build more relationships, build more support, because I've never had that before. And I don't know your situation, but in anybody's right mind, we all want to be loved. We all want to have support and everything. So this is the place to come if you really want to. I encourage you, I challenge you to do it for more than just a court.
Andy?
On actions affecting others, I think that's what it was. I know when I made a decision or a choice to stop the madness and come back here after making a choice to go back out and use, the people that were still here and still sober and still doing it was like a great motivator for me that this thing was possible. And a lot of them people are still here and still doing it. And I think what it is sometimes we don't think that, our actions are helping others. Or I think, well, let me see, for me, it's like, sometimes I can think like, that this is just the normal thing, and it just becomes an everyday thing. But for me, it was proof that this thing, worked and was possible when I seen the people still doing it. Their lives are getting better, achieving more things, and just feeling better about themselves. Our actions do affect others, and the positive actions, I think, affect more than a lot of the negative actions.
Darnell.
I'm realizing the mistakes that I've made doesn't define who I am, and I rather die on my feet than live on my knees. And just being around the energy and love and respect that all these people have in here, I feel very, very blessed to be in your guys' presence. It's been amazing, it's been awesome, and we're gonna keep it going.
James?
It gets hard for me to open up and talk about things that's inside, especially in a room. But then when I do, and I start talking about some of the things that I've kind of been through, or how I feel, or what my perspective on life, or that particular topics are for the night or whatever, people come up to me after the meetings like, man, I really can relate to that. It kind of gives me, makes me feel some sort of way that it was okay for me to say what I said, rather than holding the stuff inside. When you let it out of your head and you voice it or write it on paper, it makes it a reality, not just a thought anymore. And my thoughts, and when I'm alone in my own mind, man, I can be very dangerous to myself and then those around me. So when courage, I'm learning a lot of courage in here, be able to speak up, and when I hear people after I speak also, and I get it from other people, hearing other people speak, it lowers a wall where I feel people share lots of more personal things too, and vice versa. When I don't feel like I really want to, and then I hear something, then I'm like, yeah, if he did it or she did it, I have to. So it's really how I can help so many people, and how people can help me in the same manner. Thanks.
Heather?
So for me, I feel like it bounces back and forth between people. So for example, for a long time, for a couple months now, my mom's always told me you should get Emily's number, or do what Emily does, basically, get a hold of Emily. And that was before she started working here. And then so yesterday, after IOP, I think it was. So since then, I've always watched her and wanted to do kind of what she did and whatever else. And then when she started working here, I was really excited. But so I've always watched her energy and positivity and stuff. And then yesterday, she told me that she's been watching me grow and stuff the last few weeks. And so I feel like it bounces back and forth for me.
Eli.
I get inspired by people who have a balanced life. So seeing people here who have a balanced life, I think, inspires me. But I also think, you know, the topic of ownership, it's been something I've been thinking about lately because, I mean, outside of this area, I can count on both hands how many people know that I come here. And I work in like I work around several alcoholics and just the, you know, the field I work in, everybody drinks and I'm always like, geez, I want to help that guy out, but I don't want to like come out and say like, hey, guess what, I'm in recovery right now and it's helping me, but on the other side I think, man, I could help that guy, but I'm like too scared to like do that for some reason. So I don't know, it's something I've been wrestling with lately with this integrity issue that Jeremy mentioned. I see part of that and I see like still trying to figure out how to take more ownership of that.
I'm gonna jump in before you go to Troy in a couple, because I related to that a lot. I was around a lot of drinking and a lot of other stuff and what I was doing. And for me, early, I kept everything quiet because I didn't know what I was doing. And I think, trying not to hold myself accountable from the standpoint of I didn't know if I'd ever drink or get high again. So I didn't want to put that out to everybody outside of this, you know, world. So I personally struggled with that a lot. And then when I finally got to a point where I was comfortable with myself and my choices and the path I was going in my life, I started wearing different things that showed what I was a part of. People ask me about it or say something, or had a backpack or whatever, and it was just slowly, you know, I had a lot of ideas about who was struggling around me, whether it was at work or wherever, but they knew, and it was only a matter of time before some people came to me. And I remember my role where I was at, one of the supervisors that came to me and knew what I was going through and had been through, and he asked if he could start going to meetings on his during, you know, lunch break downtown, and where we worked was down near that area. And I said, absolutely, you know. And wasn't a whole lot that had to be said, but I was there for him when he was willing to talk about it. I think that's powerful for us in sharing what we're going through, not holding it all in, but being able to talk about it a little bit so that we're there for those when they're ready. But it can be tough. So I feel your pain on that a little bit, struggling with that internally and how to help, but not be pushy or anything like that either. Troy.
I was just gonna say, being here, I love about it, man, is I love the connection that people have with each other. You know, you see how much people genuinely care about each other. I see the bromances and stuff that develop. I come here, shake so many people's hand, and people just genuinely care about each other. They see each other succeed, they're helping push each other, you know, I mean, even some people that start here court order, you see how many people are enjoying softball. We got a camping trip going up, and there's volleyball leagues, and they just work out, constantly push each other here. And there's just so much even talent in these rooms, you know. We're more than people that have addiction problems. You know, we got people here that cook and people that skate and music and art, and we're all real people. And, you know, I'm kind of nervous about coming to live here. I'm coming to live here Monday, but I'm going to be happy to be a part and be so close. You know, so you see some of these roommates and stuff and people that live together. And like I said, it's just a connection that they're going to have for the rest of their life. And people constantly grow in the relationships they have. I know people that became, you know, family with other people here. You know, I mean, there's literally family being created here. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. And I decided to come back here just because I'm happy to be a part of this. And, you know, seeing them other people, I want the relationships and stuff they have with each other. You know, there's nothing like it. And if, you know, that don't push you, then you guys, everybody's got each other back. People just genuinely care. And so I appreciate everybody I've met in here and that come talk to me and stuff. This is a great place. And for anybody.
Mr. Taylor?
Over 5 years ago, I OD'd. I was searching for someplace, and I got to give credit to a guy at work, Steve Hoskins, that's no longer with us, but he didn't get it, you know. But I was talking to him one day, telling him what I was going through, and he mentioned Racing for Recovery. That's why I'm sitting here today. So that's, yeah, when you brought up that subject, you know, that came to my mind. So. Thank you.
Matt?
It never ceases to amaze me how many times that the lesson that I needed or the thing that I needed to hear on any given day is said within these walls. During the introduction, there was numerous people here who had said, you know, that they're tired, they're exhausted, you know, but they still found ways to get here, whether it was to recharge or things like that. And I could totally relate. I started a new job, better job, within the last few weeks. Great, love it, but I'm exhausted. And, you know, I could have found a million reasons to not come here or something, just saying that I'm tired, but, you know, I feel that I need to be here. And hearing Cindy say earlier that how good it feels to be tired for the right reasons, that's what I needed to hear tonight. And I thank you, because that puts my gratitude for having that new job and being able to go home to see my family. And I may be tired, but it's all for the right reasons. And just hearing that, you know, that validates, you know, that's it. That's why I came tonight, you know. And it seems like you know, I don't miss a week, and I get something every single time. And that's part of that connectivity that he had spoke to earlier, and that I said during the introduction. And it definitely works.
Emily?
Yeah, I want to expand a little bit on what you were saying, Todd, because I feel like that's kind of what we're talking about. Like, I think about what we watched at the marathon and how that act of kindness or positivity or motivation, that positive vibe that we're throwing out, I like to call that the ripple effect. And that's what happens. And I think another element here is, I mean, we just watched that just now with what Cindy shared.
Yep.
Helped Matt, and like, I just think that that's exactly what Racing for Recovery is all about, that community and culture of healing. And I think a lot of times the concept of self-forgiveness comes up a lot in the hallways, in this room, in other rooms. And I don't know, I feel like there's I have a personal belief, this is just my own personal belief, that I learned from coming to these meetings, that if you open up and share a part of yourself, whether it's, you know, a story of healing or somehow how you relate to someone, just sharing that piece of you, and it could be a smile, it could be an experience, it could be some words of kindness, of hope, and then you convey that to someone else and it lifts someone else up. I truly believe that that element of helping someone with a mistake you maybe made or a bad choice that you made that you're learning from, that's permission that you can give yourself to forgive yourself, because you're using it for something good. And I will never forget, like, moments where someone's come up to me and said, hey, what you said really helped me. That means a lot. That means a lot, because that to me means I can forgive myself just a little bit more for some of the mistakes I made a little more than 6.5 years ago. So when we're seeking that self-forgiveness, know that that ripple effect of kindness is a way we can give it to ourselves by helping someone else.
Gail?
I think early in our daughter's addiction, and as we were going through it, we only knew of her addiction for about 2 years before she passed away. She was hiding it from us. We were hiding it from other people. We didn't know what to do or how to deal with what was going on or even, you know, what this thing was. And that went on for probably over a year. We were just masking everything. She had walls up, we had walls up. Bruce and I always leaned on each other through any difficult times we've had in our marriage. But this was something we were both going through at the same time, and it was just really hard. And, you know, she went to rehab, and we kept that a secret and just kind of kept it to ourselves because what would everybody think? And, you know, she got out of rehab and immediately started back on various drugs. And when she went to jail, that's when I started opening up to people that I worked with. I work on a college campus, so there's a lot of people around there that are my daughter's age. And a lot of people I work with have kids that are coming up into, you know, middle school and high school, and they're all getting exposed to this. And I wasn't telling them anything other than my story and what I was dealing with. And it gave them all permission to come and talk to me. And, you know, I shared, I had written something as to what occurred on Lauren's last day and what it was like when Bruce found her and we did the CPR and all the horror stories that go with it. And I shared that with the parents so they could take it home to their kids. And I think just opening up like that has allowed people to see how I've dealt with this, with the anger and the sadness and the frustration and all those emotions. And it gave them a clearer understanding. And that's what this place has helped me. You've allowed me to experience all that. And I truly think people are placed in your life at the time you need them and at the time you're willing to accept them. And, you know, coming here, it was, you know, a mere couple of days after Lauren passed away. We didn't know where to turn. We'd seen this building and we walked through those doors not knowing what to expect. And you've just made us feel so much at home, or at least me. I don't want to talk for Bruce. But, you know, just being able to relate to parents that have watched their children go through this and all the, you know, being scared and mad and angry and all, you know, all of that. You know, you've given me permission that that's all okay. And by me sharing my story with others that I've come across, it's given them permission to not know how to deal with this. What happens is open up dialogue with their kids and them, because they can tell them how, you know, this person at work, their daughter died from a drug overdose. We don't want this happening to you. So it's just opening up, and as Emily said, the ripple effect, it just goes out and out and out and out. So even the bad stuff can help people.
Think about that with you guys, Hale, and that video Mercy put together with you in it and how powerful that was and what you said in there, and coming up in the new book too, you're gonna be a part of, and that's all part of that story that's helping more people in her name.
I want her life to count.
Yep.
You know, she was an addict, but the addiction didn't define her. She was loving and caring and wanted to help people, and I want to carry on that message to others.
Yep. Glad you're here. Dustin.
I don't know exactly how I was going to start, but I wish I can't even take credit for finding this place on my own. Jennifer, who's now in the hallway with our son, told me about this place, I don't know, 18 months or so ago now, and about when the van was stolen. You know, when you guys had the well, the van was stolen, and how you guys didn't even care, or Todd said he wasn't going to prosecute, he just wanted the van back, and that he was going to help the guy. And like, that was like, you know, that was pretty profound, you know. I've never, I don't know, at that time I'd never heard anything about it like that. And then, I don't know, it was a couple months after that I finally came here, and I remember coming to the first meeting, and I'm like, what are these guys putting in the Kool-Aid? Like, what is wrong with these people? Like, I've never been to a support group meeting that was, or a meeting period that was anything like the dynamic that we share here now. You know, it was just positive, and you know, you talk about inspiration. You hear so many inspirational stories and things from people in here, and I don't know, I think, one of the reasons that I'm still around is because of the people in these rooms and the guys that I've had the pleasure to form relationships with, man, that have been around here since before me. Like, those are the guys that I looked up to coming in, that have been here a while. Randall and Jake and Jeff and Mike Ward, you know, just watching what some of those guys have been through and then stayed sober, it was just like, you know, I don't know, if they can do it, and then I know I can do it, and then, you know, the staff here is unlike anything, anyone I've ever had to encounter at any other place like that. You know, you just don't feel the love and the support that you get here or in this room as the support group, or even outside of these rooms. It's just, that's motivational and that's inspirational. The people here, you know, I think that's what keeps me going some of the days where I don't, you know, really feel so up to it.
Jeremy?
The term self-accountability was thrown out a little bit ago. And when I hear that hyphenated term, that has a lot of density with me, because it's always something I never was good at. And I never displayed, like, in any type of absolute way. I didn't know how to hold myself accountable, one, because I never did it, and then two, because everyone else did it for me. The state of Ohio was really good at holding me accountable. Coming in here without that autocratic accountability, I almost in a primitive sense had to seek it out. How do I become self-accountable? I don't really know how to do it. So I think a predecessor to that is peer accountability. I stand up, especially in IOP, and I hate standing in front of groups of people. But I force myself to do it. Because if I don't do it, I don't get that therapeutic aspect. I don't get that peer accountability, which is the predecessor to self-accountability as far as how I internalize it. So I think, you know, embracing the therapeutic aspect of Racing for Recovery leads to peer accountability, which leads to that self-accountability, which is, you know, a very conscious, comprehensive, you know, chronic effort that you have to make every day. That also goes back, God, like this, you said it last night about, like, when are we accountable to allow you to stop enabling us? And like, I chewed on that all, like, last night and all day. I don't know what it was about that. Probably hit some insecurity I had, but that really goes back to it too, because, yeah, when am I accountable to stop asking my mother to help me, you know? I never thought of it like that. So thank you for saying that last night.
Kelly?
I don't even remember what I was going to say now. I don't even remember what the topic is now. I think I can make something up though really good. I just love this program, and I have never had to come here. I have always chosen to come here. I started coming here because I wanted to get clean and sober, and I continue to come here because I want to stay clean and sober. And one of the things I love the most about this program is, just like the book, There's More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland. If you're a part of this program and you don't own that book, you seriously need to. And if you want to learn anything about this program and what we stand for and how we incorporate staying sober and living a balanced lifestyle, you need to start with that book, because that's really where things resonated with me. Just the thing about this program is you can take as much as you want or as little as you want. Every person walks this journey differently. And when I first started in my journey, I kind of chuckled at the people that were running. I'm like, yeah, the only thing I run from is if a bear's chasing me, then I'm going to be running. Well, they do serve something in the Kool-Aid here. I think that was mentioned earlier. I think it's true. But like Matt said, I've heard here so many times what I've needed to hear at that moment. That's not a coincidence. It's just not. The other thing I love about this meeting is you can come in here, and I said it time and time again, I came in here a very judgmental person, and you lose that real fast in here. You learn to love yourself for who you are. You learn to figure out who you are. You learn to figure out who you want to watch to become who you want to be. And you walk away with this entire new perspective on life. And if you're lucky, you continue to make choices that are good, and you continue to come back, and your family gets to see you in a happier, healthier lifestyle.
Glad you brought that up. That was, you kind of retouched on it. That was awesome. If that was what you were going to originally say or not, but it was good. As I think about what you said, and I was kind of here, I think it sparked when Desi mentioned, 2 years, and I was looking around as we're going, and I'm like, there's a lot of people in here that have been doing the right thing for quite a while, and it's awesome to still see people like that because they're continuing to do these things that got them to where they're at. No matter how many difficult things come up in our life and we get through them, we're still getting that daily dose, fueling up the tank, whatever it was that was said over here too, that if we just away from it, something's going to change, and we become weaker, and we have a tendency to make some bad choices at that point. But if we're surrounding ourselves with all the awesome people that are making good choices too, and even if it's not your own family, there's family here that is here to support others. It's we see it every single day. Keep coming, and there's a whole heck of a lot more meetings too to be a part of, and we see that Friday mornings. I don't know, 2 years ago, at 8 a.m. meeting, there was like me and one other dude or something in there. We're like, we get done with it, and we're like, all right, it's kind of like an individual session. I'm like, we're talking, we're like, nope, we're gonna give it a chance. We don't give up on it. We're gonna keep it going. There's like 50-some people on a Friday morning now. I mean, it's phenomenal, and it's that consistency and still putting it out there, coming back, doing the right thing, making sure we're living what we're talking every single day, and it's going to continue to help people. Got about that time. We got Jason, Bill, Alicia, Dave, and Penny. Then we'll wrap it up. Jason.
I haven't been feeling so good for the last 2 weeks. I've been on antibiotics. I got here back in January. I was hurt. I was broken. And I was so lost. And I seen some other people that were coming in around the same time that were feeling the same way. And then I seen some of the peers that were here, like kind of like the pillars. Some of the names were already mentioned earlier, like Mike Ward and Andy, and some of the people that I started like trying to find a way to connect with them. And as in what she said earlier about making her new real world, I love the ripple effect. I feel it all the time, and I feel that when somebody's going through the pain, I can be empathetic for it and understand, and even if I don't know exactly how they feel, I can be there to support that, because I care more about just myself today. I care more like for other people too. I've been seeking for many years for the inner peace and happiness, but the consistency they teach here, the care, the family environment, the loss of loved ones and the gain of new birth. I love seeing your child here. I'm a father of 5, and I've done some damage in my family, and I'm trying to make them amends with myself and with my family, and the preaching consistency action. There's a lot to be said by that. And then I grew up with Matt. I've known Matt my whole life. And what he just said tonight, because I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I feel like shit, but I've been here. And I heard what I needed to hear because I'm tired also, and he's tired, the city's tired, but you know what, we're here because it's a great place to be. I always say in the introduction because you guys let me be here. It is a privilege. Racing for Recovery owes me nothing. That would, the beginning, open arms, you know, I'm a human with, you know, feelings and, you know, every breath here's my throat. I can relate so much to that. And then when I got here, you know, Dan up front, Rachel, and just like everybody here has just been so amazing. And then to see all the parents keep coming back and their loss and they're being healed through people recovering here. There's just so many different dynamics that are happening in this building and with each individual and people, and it's just, I got so much more I can say, but I just want to thank everybody. And that's it.
Very good.
I'll try to make this short. One of the things that help us is that we learn from each other, you know, and when I first started coming, we had no clue what was going on, anything, and I just remember listening to Sandy say, for all the parents, keep coming, there's hope. So I kept coming, and then I remember sitting right over in that corner when the room was configured a little differently, and I was sitting next to Bruce Goodman, and he just made a comment that, you know, get him in, bring him in, we'll do the rest. And I got to tell you, that is what happened. I mean, this place it recovered my family for me. It recovered my son for me, and I'm eternally grateful for that. And it's just everybody teaching us about everything.
Alicia.
Well, this is my last meeting, sorry, but I gotta think about my health more than anything because I'm up and I shouldn't be because I'm real swollen over here, but I don't want to catch preeclampsia and, you know, it ain't my baby, but because I'm high risk. But going back to what you said, I was court ordered from OVI back in 2017. They gave me this paper. This place was not on paper. So the couple of places I did, you know, try to go see, you know, they weren't like you guys. You know, I was just telling him, I said the one place I went to, you know, there were people there that did have drug addictions, and a couple of the, you know, people complained about rides, how was they gonna be able to get there because they wanted them to do so many support groups. It was 5 support group meetings a week. And so the guy just like, well, you know, how was you getting around when you had your addiction? Like, they're here to get help, and it's how you talk to them. Versus when I get here, is it Dan? I'm bad with names.
Yep.
Okay, when I spoke to Dan over the phone, I mean, he got me right in to get the assessment done. Got my assessment done, met with Rachel, I say I'm bad with names. So, you know, and they were like so nice and everything, and you know, Dan like, well, do you want your own car? Do you know, you're gonna need a ride? And it was just like, you know, that's what, you know, tuned me in, because like I said, I got on the internet and found this place myself. And for me to get that when I first came, that's why I chose to go with this program. I got put on probation for a year, so when I went to go see my probation officer like 3 months ago, she like, yeah, I got a thing from this place, and I got a thing from this place, because I went to like several different places, so they all send her what they supposed to send her, but I told her you could do everything else the way I'm gonna go race for recovery, you know, racing for recovery. And so she was like, oh, okay, you know. So my thing is for me to choose this place because of the positive vibe. Like I say, yeah, I sit over here, I don't say much, but I be over here hurting, so. Sitting in this chair, but you know, everybody in here is positive, you know, you guys, you know, are very encouraging, you know, and everything, and I will refer this place to anybody, like I say, versus the places that I have been to and the way that they treat the people, you know, and like I say, good luck to everybody on your sobriety, and I hope you guys continue, you know, and never look back, but you know, just keep moving forward. Like I say, me, I did find this place on my own, and I stuck out with this place to finish so I can go ahead and get on probation and move on with my life.
Thank you for that feedback, Alicia. Dave.
So I'll be brief. Yeah, you know, I think being here for a short period of time, one fundamental thing is, you know, I have need to develop the courage and strength to just feel better how good or how bad that I don't have to pick up meetings to meetings that I don't need to. How I get that strength is really hearing the stories, hear stuff we need to. You're talking about the ripple effects, so you get to hear those things that give you the strength to know that doesn't have to be a choice to do that. And the other part of that is being able to get that out as well. So you seem motivated and encouraged. I'm encouraged to be able to speak, and hopefully, you know, the words that I have, it's someone else that just goes on and on and on. So, you know, I know that's a choice today, and that choice comes from these rooms as a strengths. It seems like it grows every week, and we get more family and more friends in here and our peers. And that gives me the motivation to know that Race for Recovery gives you choices. And we choose to be here, we choose to make the right decision, and we choose to do the next right thing.
All right, Penny.
I want to put the mom spin on it. You know, I know there's a lot of moms in here, and first, we love our kids more than anything. So it's like what I discussed in the spirituality meeting. I love my son so much that I didn't even realize my love was turning into enabling. The only advice I could give that I got here was keep coming back, because you will learn. When you first come here, you're like a deer in the headlights. You have no idea what hit you, because it's like so surreal that you can even have your child in this situation and that you're going through all of this, that it's really, it shakes your family to the core. It goes right to the roots. It doesn't stay on the surface, it goes deep. What I learned is that I had to stop being a people pleaser in general, because me wanting to please everybody and please my kids constantly, it took everybody down the wrong path that we had never gone on. So when we talk about choices, parents make choices too. So kids make choices, everybody makes choices. Make the right choice. Realize that love is different from enabling. You can love your child and you can tell them no. And you can tell them no for so many things, and don't feel bad about it. Because you know what? In the long run, you're saving yourself, you're saving your family, and more importantly, you're saving your child. Because if you don't make those choices and do it, you're just going to keep going the same way you're going. So change, choice, change. To me, it was a choice to make a change. So with that being said, keep coming back here. You'll learn. You'll be embraced. You'll be loved. You'll be accepted. Your child will be accepted. And it's just a wonderful program. Can't thank you all enough.
Thank you for being a part of it. Let's got our closing poem. Patrick's not here, I'm nervous.
I'm going to do it in my Patrick voice. Autobiography. I walk up the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it, and I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault, and it takes so long. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it's there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it, and I walk down another street. Thanks for coming, everybody.